Good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to this week's live stream, everyone, where we're going to be talking about starting a print-on-demand business in 2021. As always, I am joined by none other than Thomas, our resident seller. Thomas, how are you?
I'm good, Aidan. I hope everything's going well for everyone out there in the internet lands. How are you doing?
That's all of them saying they're doing great. No, I'm doing very well, Thomas. Another exciting week at Moteefe, and yeah, looking
Never
forward
a
to
dull
getting
moment.
some. Never a dull moment, of course not. And I'm looking forward to yeah, really seeing if there's any new people in the chat and see if we can help them out, help them on their way, the first few steps of their journey, and explaining what it is, this whole print on demand thing, and why you'd want to do it and why now.
So this week, what's the title of our weekly show?
So this episode, this is starting a print-on-demand T-shirt business in 2021.
2021.
Oh yes.
Okay, so why should you start a print-on-demand business in 2021, Aidan? Why should we start a print? Why should somebody out there start a print-on-demand business now? Why is this the right time?
So I'm going to give you so the right time is everyone's sat at home, everyone's doing one of two things: buying more online or looking for other ways to make money, right? And that's why a lot of people are probably watching right now, right? And setting it up now is you've got more people to sell to because you've got more people to buy it, and you can make more money than ever from doing it. I think that's probably a more waffled answer, but yeah, now is the perfect time to do it, because if you are sat at home and looking for extra income on the sidelines, it's an easy way to do it.
Well, that's it. If you want to do something, the best time to do it is immediately. Certainly setting up now is a great time. We're at the beginning of the year still. It's only March. So we've got all of the way of the year so you can get good by Q4. You know, there's some dates before Q4, some big sales events coming up very soon. And we've got Mother's Day in the United States in May. But, you know, if you're starting now, if you're setting up right now, you've got all of that time into Q4 to really get really, really good. And a lot of online businesses see 80% of their sales in Q4. 60% is also another number. At least around 50% is a solid number of sales percentage to expect in Q4. So you're not too late for this year, and it's a great time to start, hone your skills, get ready, get learning, understand how to run traffic, what a good product is, and all of those things. There is a link to my Facebook ads course in the description, completely free, brought to you by myself and Moteefe. So print on demand. What's the advantage of print on demand? I hear you ask. You were about to ask me that, Aidan, weren't you?
I was, but you beat me to it. So happy days.
Sorry. So ask me. Let's do it properly.
Thomas, what is print on demand?
Who gives you these questions? This is a terrible question. So print on demand, people use an industry term, print on demand. Print on demand means that the product is only produced after the order is taken, after we've received the order. So we haven't got a warehouse full of stuff. It's produced on demand or printed on demand, and then it's also sent out to the customer directly from the production facility, so that it doesn't have to be warehoused. It's made and it's sent out, and that's also localized. So Moteefe has a worldwide network of distribution centers, production facilities, if you will, and from those networks, from within that network, if you say you ordered from the United Kingdom, we're in the United Kingdom for our sins, then somebody orders from the United Kingdom, then it would be the item that I ordered would be produced from as close to me as possible and then shipped to me directly without all of those extra steps. So that's where the print is, and then the demand is the order. So that's print on demand.
So if I've got this right, Thomas, if the order's printed on demand, that means you don't have to pay for any to get the stock in the first place, any production. It's all done, right? So in terms of getting started, there's no cost to entry.
That's exactly right. So the business model is a fantastic one for people that want to get started in e-com and even experienced e-commerce people, because you don't have any upfront investment. all you need to have to start a business with Moteefe is an idea and then a design. So a simple file, a PNG file, transparent background. Anyway, that's the best way to do it. So you need a file, and that's it. That's all you need to start a business. So you want to start a business, you come up with an idea, a concept, you take that concept, you get a design made, or you make a design yourself. It could be a simple text-based design, whatever you wish it to be, or a complicated illustration if you've got the resources to produce it. Open an account at Moteefe, upload the design, and bang, you're in business, ready to rock and roll.
That's pretty straightforward then. So surprising at why everyone isn't doing this. I mean, it's a massive missed opportunity for hundreds of people, I'm guessing.
Well, millions of people. There are millions of people. In fact, there are billions of people now. So there are billions of people in the world now. Most people don't want to do anything. Most people are inherently lazy, or they put things off. Oh, I'll get to that later. Oh, you know what? I'm comfortable. People are overly comfortable. They don't want to take the next step. They have got the entrepreneurial spirit. You know, there are always ups and downs in things. There will be good times. There will be less good times. And some people just want to be very comfortable. They want to sit in their little bubble and take their easy job, and probably maybe they're not even that passionate about that job, and they're just kind of ticking along. And there's a lot of people in the world doing that.
Would you say that they procrastinate?
There's procrastinators. People do procrastinate, and but then there are other people that see something, they see an opportunity, and then straight away they're trying it out, and that's the kind of person that is going to be successful. Yeah. And if you're not that kind of person, if you've been procrastinating, as you so rightly say, in the past, then this is the time to stop procrastinating and actually jump onto an opportunity and start. As I say, a lot of opportunities in life will come along that take a ridiculous investment, years of education, expensive setup costs. If you want to open a restaurant, I used to have a restaurant once. You want to open a restaurant, you have to buy a chef. No, you don't have to buy a chef. You have to employ a chef. You have to have rent a building, or a kitchen, and you have to have staff. You have to buy food. Then you got all of this food. The food's going to go off. You have to sell it. Oh, you got all of these things. Print on demand, nothing like that at all. You take your idea, your concept, open an account at Moteefe, upload the design, open a store, all completely free, and now away you go, selling. This is I think the lowest barrier to entry of any business, other than maybe selling lemonade in the street, that you could possibly imagine. Of course, the difference between this business and selling lemonade in the street is that print on demand is infinitely scalable. Yeah. So the more people that you can reach with Moteefe, anyone around the world, they're your potential buyers, the entire world. You can target them with advertising, or you can build a following, or you may already have a following where you can target these people and bring them onto onto what we call the campaign page, the product landing page, and to see the product. Then they make a purchase, and then you get paid. Super low barriers to entry, super low.
Just on that as well, I think that's one of the things that really got me interested in print on demand in the first place. Is if you've got ads or you've got designs online, and people are looking at them while you're asleep in bed, you're literally making money while you're asleep, right? It's perfect.
Indeed. So the steps are pretty simple. You want to go to moteefe.com, open an account, have a look around for a design idea, a niche idea. We covered that in some other videos, how to find a niche, which the best selling countries are. And then you open a store with that on Moteefe, all completely free, no recurring payments, not like some other sites that you'll see out there where they want you to pay a monthly fee every month. There's none of that. It's all straight through. And so now is the time to do that.
Cool. So what would be so we'd go on Moteefe, we'd have a look around, check out the YouTube channel. That's where you can check out all the different niche ideas. We've done at least 2 videos on that so far. Get your niche, get your idea, get a designer, and then what would be your next step?
The next step would be you got your niche, you got your designer, you got your account on Moteefe.com. You can open a store on Moteefe.com. Yes, you can buy a custom domain. They're only a few dollars, so maybe that's the barrier to entry. I was going to say the barrier to dollars. A few dollars, $6 or something like that, $9 for a custom domain that you can link to a store on Moteefe. Full white label experience. We've got customer support agents that speak all of the languages, well, not all the languages, but a lot of languages, so that your buyers will get support in their own language, fully white labeled. So if somebody buys through your white label store, our agents reply as if it's through your store with the domain name and the communications, all of that good stuff. You're going to have to drive traffic, so you want to run Facebook ads. We have Facebook pixel integration. So you want to get a Facebook Business Manager account, you want to open an ads account on there, you want to get your pixel, you want to install it on Moteefe, you want to drive some traffic, maybe some small ads. Again, Facebook ads course in the description, it will show you how to test a product for as little as $5 on Facebook, which is super cheap. So again, these are all low barrier to entry things. If you want to go on a purely organic traffic pathway, then you can open Facebook groups, which are a great way of having passionate people within the group that can build up over time. And that's a good way. So do target niches. Or you can build up an organic Instagram account or an organic fan page on Facebook. Target a niche, something that people are passionate about. Don't oversell to them. Again, we've got another video on how to do that. And then you just double down. Something starts working for you, you do more of it. Over time, you'll understand what kind of things your audience likes to buy, and you'll be able to present them with more stuff to buy because you'll be more in tune with their needs. And that's what it's all about.
No, it's really, that's the journey, right? I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball question to you, though, Thomas. Is there anything you know now that you wish you knew when you got started in print on demand, that is?
Well, that's a great question. Certainly, I've definitely got better with ads and things like that. It would have been great to have a free custom domain white label experience such as we've got on Moteefe back then. That wasn't the case. It wasn't easy to do. It was monthly recurring payments and all that kind of thing to do that, and lots of setup, lots of integrations that I didn't want to do. I like to be quick to market and nimble. That's why Moteefe's so great. So there are probably some things that have changed, but really the idea, the way that it's done, how to do it is very much the same as it always has been. You have to do a little bit of research, come up with a good idea, find some buyers that will be interested in that idea, and then drive them to the product. And then the best bit, of course, is taking the money.
Yeah, no, great. We've got a couple of comments. I'm just going to read one out that I think you need to hear, Thomas, as you did make the Facebook ads course. So Marcus says, I can't, where was it? He says, this course is making me rich. So someone, at least one person out there definitely likes that course. And just
Excellent.
so you guys are aware, I can say this. Everyone that I've spoken to has done that course said that they feel like they should have paid money for it. So because there's a lot of Facebook ad courses out there that you can do, I would definitely recommend doing ours instead of paying for one. I mean,
I thought you were going to say
right?
You'd recommend sending me some money, but yes, ours is ours my course does have a good value attached to it, and I could have easily charged a significant sum for it, shall we say, more than a few dollars, more than a print-on-demand T-shirt, but it is completely free. It's completely open. All it requires is your email address. So do check that out. And yes, as Aidan says, I'm glad to say that people are finding it useful. And thank you, Marcus, for that comment.
Yeah. And if you guys have any other quick getting started questions, feel free to fire them away, and we'll get to them. But no, I think it's all about getting the design, and I think we've touched upon it. But I think you're right when we were discussing motivation, right? I'll be honest with you, from me helping sellers that have just started on Moteefe and the ones that are more experienced, more advanced, I'll be honest with you, the thing that separates people throughout that journey is motivation and their sort of dedication. So they don't give up. they'll find something that doesn't sell, and then they won't get attached to it. They'll immediately move to the next. And I think that's definitely something people have to bear in mind. Is
absolutely
keep on it.
Absolutely. If you want to open a business, first you have to open your mind. So you've got to change your mindset. You've got to start thinking in a different way. You've got to be more determined, more rugged, and more able to just get it done. And imagine that there was somebody, like you were working for somebody and they were telling you to get it done, or you were doing it as part of your normal job. Well, then you do it. You just have it done. But for some reason, when it comes to people doing things for themselves, they don't want to, or they can't be bothered, or anything else. But they'll go and stack shelves in a supermarket for 8 hours a day and think nothing of it, or dig a hole in the street and think, oh, this is just normal. But when they've got their own free time, then they don't want to do anything for themselves, which has always struck me as a little bit strange.
Would you put that down to sort of fear of success, or fear of putting something out there and it not being successful?
Well, the education system doesn't really set people up to be independent. They want you to be stacking those shelves and digging those holes. And, if you are stacking those shelves and digging those holes, then someone's got to stack shelves and dig holes. So there's nothing wrong with those professions. I've dug a few holes myself, and I might have even stacked something along the way while I was doing it. So that's not the thing. It's not what you're doing now. It's about, why aren't you doing something for yourself on the side? People talk about side hustles. Well, POD can be a great print on demand with Moteefe, can be a great little side hustle. It can be a lot more than that. We have some sellers that you would not believe how much money they're making and how many units they're selling every week. It's crazy, far more than I ever sold. And it's really great to see people being so incredibly successful on the platform. But everybody started somewhere. At some time, those top sellers hadn't ever sold a unit. Yeah. So what's the difference between those people and somebody that had never sold? Well, it's selling that first unit and then being prepared to take those learnings from. They may well have had ups and downs along the way. That will happen. There's always difficult times in any business. But it's that determination, that self-reliance that will set them apart from other people and make them successful.
I think I'm just going to throw a shameless self-plug now, but one of the most satisfying things for me for working at Moteefe is seeing these new sellers who have gone from selling, a couple units here, 5, 10 a week, and then slowly over time building up to where they're selling hundreds of units per week. And that's definitely one of the most satisfying things on my side of the fence working at Moteefe. But yeah, that's literally it. It's the motivation that sets those two people, the people who try it and drop off, and the people who try it and keep at it, right? So no, very good. I can't see any questions, so I'm going to keep talking about how I would like to help you guys get good if you have just started. If you have design ideas but you're not too sure about and you want someone to bounce ideas off, feel free, and there will be a link to the Facebook group. To go on the Facebook group, find me, right? I'll send you my profile. I'll make posts every week to message me and say, Aidan, what do you think of this design? Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? If you find something that works and it's selling and it's sold 10 in the space of 3 days, I want to know, so then I can get that translated for you. And then you can not just sell that in the UK, sell that in Spain, but you can also sell it in Italy in Italian, sell it in Germany in German, and go from there, right? So we're not just scaling up with one design, we're scaling across and then up, okay?
Indeed. Aidan's there for your success. Aidan's going to help you to achieve your goals, and message him, call him, throw things at him, whatever.
The one thing I would say, if I was to give someone some advice now who's just starting, saying that you can't come up with any good design ideas is a massive excuse. It's the biggest excuse. There is the whole world out there on the internet. If you literally go on Google Images and type any niche, there's loads of little ideas that you can come up with. The only reason people don't come up with niche ideas is because they block themselves. Just open a new tab, and that's the first step to finding your next winning design.
There you go. What a quote. A new tab, new life.
New tab, new winner.
New tab, new winner. Yes, indeed. People need to. Well, they don't need to, but if you want to be successful in life, then you've got to take it upon yourself to get there. You have access to the internet. Otherwise, you're not watching this unless I've been downloaded or this is being watched in 1,000 years' time and the internet no longer exists. In case, good luck to you. But anyone watching this at the moment or will have access to all of the information, almost all of the information that humans have ever had access to through the internet. You can research anything, you can find anything out, you can take a course about how to design something, you can learn about words, you can come up with ideas, you can see thousands, millions of other people's designs online without having to, just on open platforms like Amazon, you'll see tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of designs where you can take inspiration from. So the idea that you can't come up with a design idea really, or you don't know how to do something, you've got it all there. It's just on you to search for it, research it, get good, and then by Q4, which is a little while away, you've got enough time, probably by May. And again, people are coming on. Some people are successful straight away. Others are not so successful straight away, and they just have to keep on going and going and going. I know someone that's been in the industry for a while, and their first 70 designs weren't successful, but they knew that other people were making money, so they kept going. And their 71st design, could have been the 76th, but you get the point, was successful, and they kept going. And that's the difference. They saw somebody else doing it, and they say, "Well, this person's doing it. I'm a person, so I'm going to do it too."
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And yeah, I mean, to this day, I'm still seeing more and more new sellers making more and more money, right? And some of these people are earning more money doing this on the side as they are their main jobs, which is great to see. It really is. Thomas, we do not have any further questions in the chat. Let me just have a quick scroll. Not stroll. I'm not
have
walking.
A stroll
don't worry.
It. Have a stroll around, Aidan. We'll be all right. Oh well, I think that we've covered it. Now's the great time to start. If you didn't start yesterday, then now's better than tomorrow. So get the mindset in gear. Get yourself going. Remember, there'll be ups and downs. People are doing this. You're a person, and therefore you can do it too. It's just about believing in yourself, understanding that it's possible, going for the goal, and not letting anybody put you off. That's another thing. People will try and put you off because other people actually don't want you to be successful, including those closest to you. They'll try and say, "Oh no, don't do this, don't take a risk, don't do that." Well, that's because they can't be bothered to do it themselves, and they've got something called confirmatory bias, where if they're not putting themselves out there to do more and then you do, it's kind of making them look bad. So they want to kind of hold you back. So don't let other people hold you back. Do this for yourself. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing. You can just go ahead and do it and get it done, and tell them after you're successful.
Yeah. And I mean, I know we're wrapping up, but there was one thing Thomas said to me a while ago. If you literally just figure out how much profit you would make from selling just something really small, like 5 units a day, and you times that by a month, so 30 days, and then you look at that big number, that's a really good incentive and motivator. Because if you think about it, if you sell one design, you can then sell 5. And if you can sell 5 every day, you're going to end up with thousands in profit. And you're only selling 5. It's not reams and reams. You're not taking over the internet with your designs. It's only 5 T-shirts.
Yep, exactly.
Big bucks. So.
Indeed. Oh,
Facebook
excellent.
ad course.
Wrap it up, Aidan. Aidan's the host. I'm only here for the I don't know what I'm
suits. For the snappy dressing. No, so if you need help with Facebook ads, ad course in the description. If you need an invite to the group, click the link. I will approve you immediately after this video, live stream even. And any questions about designs, translations for that, please feel free to message myself or Anna Sousa, who is also in the group and who is also an extremely talented account manager. And yeah, other than that, I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday. We will come up with another episode. And yeah, take care and have a great weekend. Thomas, any final thoughts?
Now's the time to get going. Start your print-on-demand business in 2021 right now with Moteefe, and don't let anyone hold you back, especially yourself.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.